Hello, hello, God bless. Hello, hello. I done made myself hot trying to come up here so fast. Whew. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and talk while I'm still feeling okay. And because the playback, I don't want to just be sitting there because that people get easily distracted and lose focus. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into why I'm going live right now. And excuse me if I don't look as peachy as we would. Whew, I done made myself hot, y'all. I'm sorry. Give me a second. But I felt it necessary to come on here and let everyone know how I was doing, how my husband's doing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, y'all. So, um, long story short, and again, if you're just getting on, I'm sorry. I'm hot because I was trying to hurry up and get on here because I know people got a bedtime. I'm a night owl, but I try to go live before 9 o'clock Eastern time. But so my husband tested positive for COVID, and the procedure or the process is, if he is, the assumption is that we're exposed to. So I didn't have to go get a test, but I can assure you this is no common cold that I have. So the assumption is that I have COVID as well. Um, Hi, good to see you guys too. Okay, the whole point of this live is for me to like a wellness check, let y'all know that I'm doing okay, and to let y'all know the things I've been doing to help me, because I feel like it can definitely help someone prepare for COVID, which I can tell you right now, y'all, it is not a regular cold at all. It is the worst thing ever. God bless you, Tanya. Um, well, I don't know where to begin. Okay, like I said, my husband tested positive, and right after he got sick, I got sick. The good news is, and y'all praise break, whatever you need to do. The good news is that God has definitely put a shield of protection around our kids. They are not sick at all. They ain't coughing, they ain't sneezing, they ain't doing nothing. Like, they are good. And we all live in the same home, and we all kind of touchy feely. But that deserves, like, that just lets you know that God is sovereign. He is all powerful. He is, listen, like, they are not sick. And my whole thing was like, Lord, please, rather me than them. Like, and my husband has that same type of mentality, rather him than us. But unfortunately, because I sleep right in the same bed with him, I'm sick too. But I've been, fluids is your friend, like water. I got orange juice on ice. I got detox tea. Like, I'm just making sure that I'm replenishing as I go, like more than normal. So I'm just drinking as much as I can when I can. Yes, I'm glad you said that. Listen, when I just took a shower right then, it made me hot, but it helped me, open up and stuff. But y'all, when you take a hot shower, and I normally take a scorching hot shower anyway, little note, little thing, I do not turn no cold water on at all when I get in the shower. My husband says he don't know how I do it, but I do not turn no cold water on anyway. I take a hot shower, and of course it got me sweating a little bit, but I feel so good when I'm in the shower. Like, I can breathe and everything. But let me tell y'all all the symptoms and things that's been going on since the beginning. The first thing was just feeling bad, like just feeling drained, like you don't have any energy, like sleep isn't enough. That was in the body aches. That was the first things that let us know like something's wrong. If y'all don't know, we had, my husband still got on the Bible study line Wednesday night, and he testified on his behalf what happened to him. He ended up going to the ER on Monday. And I've mentioned to y'all guys before that my husband has a ton of health issues. He has kidney disease. He's a diabetic. He had heart trouble before. So literally we're over here on pins and needles, because it's like, yo, like everything that's a checklist for COVID, that's him. And sure enough, he had it way worse than I had. Like, he's been in bed most days. Like I said, he had to go to the ER. He said, I can't take it no more, which really made me scared because it's like, yo, I know this man to take anything. And he's telling me he got to go to the ER. So, and of course, he has to go by himself. We can't go with him. So he went to the ER and found out that he had a sinus infection. And they gave him some antibiotics. So he did way better once he got the antibiotics. But the thing with the antibiotics is, or any pain medicine that you take with COVID, you got to take it around the clock. Like, you cannot skip a beat. Like, if it says every 4 hours, you need to be taking it. Tylenol has been our friend. Oh yeah, he's the only one that has a fever, which I think his highest fever was like 100.9. Me, I haven't had a fever. I have chills and then I get hot, but I haven't had a actual fever. Like, when I use a thermometer, I haven't read anything beyond 98, so that's good. And like I said, obviously he felt way worse than me. What's been helping me and what I try to tell him is you have to keep moving. Like, but y'all know men, when they get sick, they act like, I mean, don't get me wrong, because this is COVID, so it's like, you know, I give you this pass. But they just act like, don't touch me, I can't do nothing. But for me, it's like my mind just kept saying, keep moving. And that's what I've been doing. Like, yes, I rest, but I keep moving. Like, I'm still vacuuming my own floor. I'm still sweeping. I'm still washing dishes. Like, I'm still moving. And I've been Bible journaling. I've been reading my Bible. I finished Exodus. I can't believe I actually did that while I have COVID. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really hot. But we have our vitamins. We take, like I said, Tylenol. I've been bathing in this. This is the Equate Beauty Pure Castile Soap Lavender with the essential oils in it. This, y'all know, will clean you. Yes, thank you, y'all. Thank you. But listen, this right here, this lavender, and y'all know normally I hate lavender. I think the smell's kind of too strong. But since I've been sick, it just makes me feel so much better. So I've been bathing in this. I told my husband bathing in this. Oranges. Oh, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. My symptoms. I've been eating oranges, y'all. But the crazy thing is, I'm the only one that lost my sense of taste, y'all. Y'all know I'm so greedy. And it's like, are you serious, God? I can't taste my food, y'all. And yes, I have lost weight. He has lost weight. But interesting enough, when I eat an orange or something real citrus, like juice or something, my taste buds kind of, you know, I kind of taste something. But then as soon as that go away, then I don't taste anything anymore. So, like, right now, I'm just blah. Like, I don't have a taste in my mouth, which is good and bad because, like I said, without tasting the food, it kind of takes the joy out of it. So I've just been eating way less. Like, normally I eat a good solid 3 meals. And like today, I had a salad this morning with some chopped up chicken. And just a while ago, I had like one of those, not Jimmy Dean's, but I can't think of the brand, the little miniature sausage biscuit. That's it. And I feel so content. Like, all I want is just my juice and my water and stuff. Like, I don't want food. But what else? Oh, this is a symptom that me and him both had. Feeling like our body is on fire. Like, there is no other way to explain it, y'all, but just feeling like almost like static or something. Like, it's real bad, like to the point where no socks. We don't want no socks on our feet. We don't want nothing touching our feet. It seems like the foot is the outlet of this pain and this feeling. I don't know what it is, y'all, but it's the most aggravating, annoying feeling ever. Like, it's just, like I said, you really feel it from your feet, but you feel it all over. Like, it just feels like this real aggravating feeling, like kind of like wool touching you all over, or static or something. Like, it's a real uncomfortable feeling, to the point where you want to say, man, I just want to take everything off. But then if you take everything off, you get cold. So I had COVID 19 in December and still can't taste. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that they still don't taste their food, and it's like, and stuff like that. And y'all, please, y'all know I believe in God with my whole heart and soul. But I do know man can manipulate and do a lot of stuff. Obviously God allows it, but I'm not the type to be caught up in conspiracy and stuff. But some of the things that go on with this COVID just don't sit right with me at all. Like, how can your taste leave you for months like that? Like, to me, like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse or anything, but stuff like that just don't sit well with me, because it's like, what is going on in your body that will cause that for that extended period of time? Because mind you, your body is created to mend itself. When you get colds and flus and stuff, like um your body like it recognize the flu, the virus, or whatever it is, and then it tries to mend yourself so that that very virus doesn't bother you. That's how your body works, and that's how vaccinations supposedly work. But y'all, it's right now, like I told my mom, I think she got mad at me because y'all know my mom has cancer, and she's gonna go have her surgery, and they have already convinced her to take the vaccination, and I told her I'm not taking it. I am not taking that vaccination at all, because they even tell you, like, if you look at the science behind the vaccination, a normal vaccine includes a little bit of whatever you take. So if you take a flu vaccination, you're getting flu injected in you so that your body can pinch off of it, recognize it, and then counteract against it. The vaccine for the COVID is completely opposite. Like, it's saying, like, if you look at the scientific notes, it's saying that what it's supposed to do is come in the body and pretty much tell your body what to do, and not the other way around. That's not normal. That's not okay. So, and like I said, I think my mom got mad because they done talk her into taking it. So she says she's gonna take the vaccination. But I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. I'm sorry. I'll be praying for you. I definitely will be praying for you. If y'all, like I said, my mom, she's supposed to be removing the mass from her, and that should take it all away, her cancer. So y'all be praying for my mom, but my mom been worrying about me. Y'all, she called every day, like, what's going on over there? Are y'all all right? How's the kids? And even with her, 'cause my mom really she can't comprehend, like, how the kids aren't sick and we are. Because she was like, make sure y'all ain't around the babies. And I'm just like, Jace is too. And y'all, like, trust me, like, we have our mask on most of the time, not all the time, like I said, and lie to you. But he ain't, that boy ain't, he co-sleeps as up to this point. He was trying to still breastfeed, but that's another thing too, y'all. I honestly felt like COVID took my breast milk. Like, I don't think I'm producing anything. That's another weird thing that happened too. Like, I don't have, unless I'm tripping, because really I have not been really paying attention to myself like that, because I've been feeling bad. But I think COVID took my breast milk. I don't think I'm producing any milk anymore. And it's kind of bittersweet, because that's not how I wanted to stop breastfeeding my son. Like, I wanted to be on our terms, and that kind of hurt my feelings, because if y'all don't know, like, I wanted so bad to breastfeed with my daughter, but the nurses were not, like, they just said, figure it out. And I never figured it out. And long story short, I woke up and they got a bottle in her mouth, and it's like, are you serious? Like, I wanted to breastfeed. And with my son, I was so determined. I said, I got to do it this time. I got to do it this time. And I truly believe, because I breastfeed him, that his asthma has been kept at a minimum, and his breathing issue has been kept at a minimum. I truly believe that, like, breast milk is the best thing you can ever do to your children. But what else? One of the earliest signs for me was frequent urination. That's something that happens to me when I'm sick. Like, it's almost like my body is just like, we got to get rid of this stuff. Like, whatever's in here has to come out. And I've been like that since I was a kid. Like, any sign of a cold or issue or something, the first thing that happens to me is frequent urination. Like, my body just goes in overdrive, and say, hey, we got to get these toxins out. That's always how I've been, which I knew something was wrong then. And look, funny story, y'all. Back in my college days, I used to try to drink to feel good like any other person, and calling myself saved. And every time I drunk and thinking, okay, I want to get as drunk as I see everybody else, I used to always have to go to the bathroom. And before you know it, it was like, what was the point? And I look at it now like I thank God, because my silly, stupid self was trying to get drunk and intoxicated, and God was allowing my body to flush that stuff out of me and not let it, stay within my body like that. So that's always been me. Like I said, when I eat oranges, which we don't ran out, y'all, and that's the other thing too, because we can't really go to the store. But when I eat oranges, my taste comes back like for a brief second. Like, I don't know what it is about oranges, but when I eat an orange, it's not a regular orange. It's a cara orange, I think. Like, it's red or pink on the inside. When I eat one of them, like from like that moment to about 10 minutes, I can actually taste again. And then after that, my taste just goes away and I don't taste no more. And that's been going on this whole time. Like, when I eat an orange, I can taste again and then it goes away. I know it sounds weird. Like I said, some of this stuff, I'm just like, this is some weird stuff. Like, if nobody would have told me, okay, this is such thing as COVID and this, I would have think I was losing my mind, because some of these symptoms don't make sense. Like, the only thing that was understandable was like the body aches and chills and stuff, because when your body's in shock and your body's trying to regulate your temperature, your body's gonna feel some type of way. Like, your muscles are gonna hurt, especially if you're not resting like you're supposed to. But like I said, for me, when I lay down for a long period of time, I feel worse. My husband on the other end, he's saying that he feels better laying down. I don't feel that way. I feel like I gotta get up and keep moving. But what else? I told y'all, okay, the Castile soap, the Tylenol well, I've been lazy with that. It's supposed to be every 4-6 hours, but I think I take it at least twice a day. Probably need to do better, because it actually does help. Also, the breathing problem that got me taking my time over here. Lord have mercy. That didn't start until about 2 days ago. Like, up until about 2 days ago, I didn't have no trouble with breathing or getting out of breath or nothing. But 2 days ago, I started feeling like, oh snap, I'm losing my breath. And like I said, I'm not working myself like I normally would. I'm taking it easy. So for me to lose my breath, and one thing about me that y'all don't know is I'm very athletic. I may not look like it, but I used to play basketball and stuff. So for me to lose my breath is unheard of. Like, that's just not me. Like, yes, maybe at the peak of my weight, but just because, no. Like, I used to play 4-quarter games the whole time, no break, no nothing. And right now it's interesting, because if I get up to, I don't know, fold my blanket, I'm out of breath. Or just like even me trying to come sit here, if you play back the video, it was like, oh, wait a minute, what's going on? So I've just been taking my time. I've been praying, because y'all know I truly, honestly believe no matter what man got going on, no matter where the source of COVID came from, God is in control. That's my wholehearted belief. And it is God's will that I have it. It is God's will that my husband have it. And we're just riding the storm. Like, we're just, taking it easy and trying to remain positive. It has been some scary moments. Like, the night right before my husband went to the ER was probably one of the most scariest moments as far as me and him, because he went to sleep crying and begging God to heal him. That's how sick he was, and that's how bad he felt. And I've never seen him that way. And even now, just thinking about it in my mind, it's like, whoa, he was really in pain. And like I said, he's worse off than me. Like, he has the fever and stuff. I don't. Yes, I have body aches, but like I said, I'm able to actually move around. And I've been trying to encourage him to move around, but he just feels that bad. And today, honestly, is probably his best day yet that he's had since finding out that he's had COVID. We are pretty decent when it comes to having essentials. Like, we already prep and prepare. Like, we have disinfectant wipes, Lysol. I've been spraying Lysol like it ain't nothing, because like I said, my whole thing is, although it seems like this isn't affecting my children, I don't want to take that for granted. Like, I want to make sure that I'm cleaning, like they're washing their hands. If My daughter has to be in a room with me with a extended amount of time. She has a mask or I have a mask. And it's so interesting, y'all, because it's like you never thought you'd be in your own house wearing a mask. But I'm pretty sure this gonna sound cliche like what everybody else says, but this whole experience, which I never took for granted not to take COVID serious, but this experience definitely makes you feel like, you know what, we probably could have been a little bit more careful. But I will say this, as far as an actual external source, neither me or him feel like we got COVID that way. And I have to keep that conversation at a minimum. But he feels like, without a shadow of a doubt, that his coworker gave him COVID, and he's 100% sure, actually. Um, but because of the delicacy of that, it's just like we're gonna leave that alone. But y'all be praying, because it's crazy, because you hear people say, "Oh, I saw this person out with COVID," or "This person didn't have a mask on," or "They did this and that," and you just think like, how could somebody be so selfish to put other people at risk? Because my whole thing is, Jacob is asthmatic. Jace is asthmatic. His two sons are asthmatic. So it's like, and people know this, like people know him, they know his family. So for someone to come up beside him and say, "Hey, I'm working with you today and I got COVID," or don't say nothing, that's messed up. Like, that's real messed up. Like, to the point where I try not to think about it, because it's like, yo, you could have caused some serious harm and danger. Like, you don't do that. And that's the same thing I had to tell my brother, because he was like, "I feel fine and I want to go back to work." And I said, "Hey, listen, you may have been all right, but the next person could easily die. Like, you don't take that chance with nobody. Like, it's literally like playing with somebody's life." But again, like I said, the little part of me that's like, okay, show grace and mercy, because everybody don't think the same. That's true. Everybody's not on the same maturity level, which is why you have to pray for people, because there are so many people that don't take COVID serious. And I even had family members who didn't take it serious until family members start having it, and it's like, oh, this is real. And a part of me kind of gets why and how it gets to that point, but then the other part of me is like, no, I don't think anybody should say, "Well, let me just play around with it," right? Like, take it serious the first time. Like, it wouldn't hurt you to take it serious. That it will hurt you not to take it serious. But let me see. I'm trying to make sure that I fill y'all in on everything. Um, Obviously there won't be, uh, I don't think anyway, because this is the probably the best I felt this whole time. I don't know about Bible study right now, because I done sat there and tried to record videos and I end up feeling bad, like just sitting there trying to do it. So this is why I went live too, because I tried to do a video to talk about COVID, but between editing and trying to get it right and stuff, it was just like I didn't have the energy. And even now, um, I'm still taking it easy. Like, I sit up in a chair most of the day. Um, One good thing that I noticed, which is kind of weird, kind of not, I guess, I don't know, but I am craving healthier foods. Like I said, I made a salad with the chicken and the cucumbers, and those cucumbers seem like the best thing to me. Like, wow. But I love cucumbers anyway, y'all. But I've been looking at greens and stuff like, well, I just don't want the meat. I just want broccoli. Like, that's just how I've been thinking. So appetite is, thank you, I'm trying. Appetite just been focused on liquids. Like if I had like apples and oranges and stuff to the rim, that's probably what I'd be eating. But again, this caught me off guard. So we had food, but we didn't have food. Like, the crazy thing is, the day that Jacob started feeling bad was the day that we were supposed to go grocery shopping. So we never went back to get the essentials that we need. We did have a family member to bring us orange juice and some bottled water. And I've been having to cook by default because I have kids. But if I had to cook for myself, I wouldn't. And my husband definitely ain't hungry. So it's just like, we just sitting here drinking. Like, that's all we've been doing. And of course, with his medicine, he has to eat something. But thank y'all for all y'all prayers. Um, we have been advised by the doctor again to quarantine. Um, and wait till we're all feeling better and then get tested for a negative test. So I don't know if they gave him like an actual day count, like the 15th day or something, but I just know that this COVID stuff is really bipolar. Like Wednesday, I felt amazing. Like I feel like, oh snap, this could be over. But then Thursday morning, I felt like I was dying. Like, what happened? Like, I don't know. Like, I can't even explain it, like, for real. I'm currently on day 14, and I cannot wait until I'm fully recovered. And that's crazy, because, okay, so you're on day 14. So do you feel like you're close to feeling better, or is it just like a number to you? Like, they gave you the 15-day count, so that's what's in your mind? Because I know right now for me, it just, I mean, I don't want to sound negative, but you just can't help, like, when your body just feel like it's at war. Like, even, oh, this is another thing I had, y'all. Yo. And see, I don't even think I'm nowhere. Okay, so my husband went to the ER. See, it's like I'm not even nowhere near day 7, and I feel one of the most uncomfortable thing would be my eyes burning, like I've been staring at a screen for 24 hours, but I haven't been staring at the screen for 24 hours. Like, my eyes, like, just hurt, like, the sockets, like, all of this just hurt, like, hurt, like, to the point where it's, like, sensitivity to light. I don't want to open them, but I don't want to be asleep too. Like, that's the most aggravating feeling. And, of course, the freaking urination, because I'm a light sleeper. So if I have to, my body tells me I have to use the bathroom, I'm going to get up and go pee. That's just how I am. Like, I don't sit there and say, oh, I'm going to thug it out to the morning. No, like, my body just wakes up and like, look, we got to go pee, and I go pee. And that's been annoying because it just brings me back to the days when I first found out I was pregnant with Jace. And I just kept going to the bathroom, like, I'm talking about every 5 minutes. And that's so aggravating because you want to sit down and rest, but then you got to use the bathroom. My coworker had it after Christmas, and he is still battling with the cough. Yeah, I have a cough, but my cough is more mucus filled, so it's real gross. I'm glad I haven't coughed yet, y'all. It is so gross. Like, it's really gross. I feel like my camera is real. Oh, it is messed up. I'm sorry, y'all. I got y'all sitting here looking in the screen that's not even clean because I put, okay, there we go. I put oil on my face and my hands, so that's a little better. But my cough is nasty, like real nasty, like mucus filled. And I've been taking, believe it or not, y'all, I've been taking, not this one, this the wrong one, but mucus relief pills. I know you can't see it because the light is horrible, but anyway, make sure you take in enough vitamin C and D ingredients. Yes, like I said, I got my tea. This tea right here is the herbal detox tea, so that's ginger, lemon, orange peel, all of that in here. The first couple of days I was doing hibiscus and peppermint and the lemon and the ginger. And like I said, when I'm drinking the cup, I feel amazing. Like, it just, I don't know, like, I feel like I can actually accomplish something, like, when I finish a cup of tea. But then when the cup is gone, like, it's like I go right back down like that. But I do take my vitamins. The first couple of days I did not. I wouldn't even think about taking a vitamin. Am I losing fluids? Do you mean like I said, I'm going to the bathroom a lot. I don't have diarrhea. I don't have an upset stomach. I haven't vomited or anything, thank God, because I mean, I know nobody loves vomiting, but I'm telling y'all, like, I get angry when I get that sick. When I get to the sick, when I feel like I throw up, I get angry. I can't stand it. So none of those things has happened to me or him, and I thank God for that. No diarrhea, vomiting, none of that. He has a cough. His cough is not as wet as mine. Like I said, mine feel like, you know, when a cough coming on to me, I know I gotta pause because I can get choked up. It's real filled with mucus. It's real nasty. We don't actually have vitamin C on its own, but my tea, I have I think it's Zinger tea, herbal tea, and that one is like vitamin C plus. So I've been drinking that. Now the scary part is I got like 4 bags left and we can't go to the store, so I'm just trying to preserve and take it when I absolutely need it. Water, I've been drinking water. Like I said, I've been drinking a whole lot of water. I'm just getting this water. Yes, that's why I was telling my sister today. Yep, Red Zinger. That I should have took the orange pills and steamed it in some water, but I threw them away. And now I only got like 1 orange left, so I will try to remember to do that. But I definitely drink my tea hot, like pinching the back of your neck hot. Like, that's why I have a straw, because if I just drink it regular, I will burn my mouth up. So the straw helps make it go where it needs to go. But trying to think what else I need to tell y'all, because like I said, my whole thing is you never know what's happening. You don't know what happened to me or what I'm doing that could actually help someone else. That's why I want to come up here mainly, like not to get sympathy or anything, but I do want to let y'all know how I am doing, because oh wow. And I'm wondering if, like, did they show any signs when they gave it to you? Like, that's the crazy thing, because in my husband's situation, when the person came in work, he said, yo, you sound like you got COVID. You need to go home. And they didn't go home. And the next day, he feel like crap. And then don't get me wrong, because some people toleration for pain and stuff is different. So somebody might, you know, not connect the dot to COVID. But if somebody talking to you and saying, hey, yo, yeah, this kind of sound like COVID, and then you don't do anything about it, like you're saying, I don't care about the person I'm working with. Pray help me and praying physically and spiritually while I'm sleeping. I'll be praying too. Okay, not here. Not where I'm at. I thought I saw somebody say that. No, where I'm at, I'm in a really rural area. Nobody delivers here for nothing at all. The best I can do is I can do a grocery online order, and with that it has to be a minimum of $50, and then I can do pickup. But I'm not even sure how that works, because I think they have to review what you have in order, you know, to put it in your car and stuff. So I don't even know about that yet, but if it gets to that point, then I will check into that. But nobody delivers here. We can't get no delivery for nothing, no food, no anything. I stay in a really, really rural part of North Carolina. Like literally my front and backyard are farm area, woods. No Amazon either. Like this, my address is, well, I don't get mail here for one. And that's for a number of reasons. One, because my husband said growing up, when they used to try to put a mailbox or anything up, the tractor and stuff would knock it right back down. So I still get my mail at my mom's house. It sounds so childish, but that's my only choice. Like, nothing can be delivered here. Yeah. It's definitely more. Like, this is not your common cold. This is not flu. Okay, like, and you do not want this. I think the big thing for me was feeling like you can't help yourself. That's the most scariest thing about it. Like when you feel like you can't move, you can't hardly think straight. And like I said, even in the moment where you're like, oh, I probably should be praying right now, but it's like your pain overpowers your will. And this is why it's so important, y'all, to understand who the Holy Spirit is. Because in these moments, here I go preaching again. In these moments, when you can't say anything, when you can't talk, when you can't express yourself, when you're feeling that bad, The scripture is clear that even when you don't know what to say or how to say it, that the Holy Spirit will pray on your behalf and talk to the Father and say, hey, Shar is sick. She's not feeling well. She needs you. And that's such a merciful thing, because think about, like, even me thinking, like I said, me laying next to my husband, he's just like, Lord, help me, please, help me, help me, help me. And it's to the point where his words are slurring. And it's like, I'm scared, because it's like, that's the kind of prayer people pray when they think they're going to close eyes and they're not going to wake up anymore. And that's pretty serious. And that's kind of how COVID makes you feel like you can't help yourself. And like waiting for God to, help you and miraculously turn it around. But the interesting thing is, these are the moments where, 20%, y'all. These are the moments where you ask God to help you with long suffering, which is one of the fruits of the Spirit. But, long suffering, y'all. The ability to endure for a long time. This would definitely teach you that, because, like it or not, in most cases, COVID lasts between 10, 15 days. And some people, it even lasts longer than that. So guess what? This is where I would love to speak to people who, with the prosperity thinking or the speak it into existence type mentality, because there's only one person in the Bible that said anything and spoke it into existence, and that's God. And when we try to put ourselves on that level, we are not gods. We are made in his image, but we are not gods. There's only one God, and he is a jealous God. He doesn't need no other minions of gods. Like, that's not what this is. And these are one of those moments where it's like, oh, so if I would sit here and say, I speak healing over me, that I'm miraculously supposed to be healed, that's not what the Bible teaches us. The Bible teaches us that there is a healer who is God, who chooses to heal when he wants to. And in these moments like this is where your faith can possibly be tested, because, okay, so you're not healed, right? You actually contract COVID, because there were some people that was even teaching and speaking that if you received COVID, that you didn't have faith, or that you didn't belong to God. And I think about that. Think about projecting that on someone who doesn't know any better. Like, God don't love you because you got COVID. Like, God doesn't love you because you got cancer. Like, you must have did something wrong. And just like in the scripture that I mentioned before, where the disciples asked Jesus, is like, hey, who sinned? This man or his parents? Because he's been blind all his life. And he said, what? Who sinned? This man is blind for this moment. Like, I have COVID for this moment. Like, you understand? Like, everything is God's will and plan. Like, we do not have our hands on that at all. Like, he's in control. And anybody who teaches and preaches otherwise is deceiving. Now, this is not to say to have faith that God doesn't change anything, because I have faith that God will heal me when he wants to, when he's ready, and I can come forth with my full testimony and bless someone. That's where my faith is. Like, I don't feel like I'm going to die in COVID. I don't feel like I'm going to lose a limb or anything. My faith is that God will heal me. But I'm not going to sit here and say I declare and decree over my own self, because what authority do I have? What my faith is through the authority of Christ, not myself. Like, I don't control anything. I'm just a vessel. I'm just a servant of the Lord. Like, that's all I am. And we are created to worship and please him, and not to self-boast on ourselves. Like, that is not what we are created for at all. And sorry, because I did not mean to come up here and preach, but I just thought about that, because there's so many people who they use scripture out of context. I can move a mountain if I want. And it's like, no. The Bible said that your faith is that Christ, God, can move this mountain. That you believe so much in him that he can do this, not us. And we have to be careful because that kind of mentality can take you from being humble to thinking that you're holier than thou. And we are not. We are filthy. Yes. Let me tell y'all, my praise and worship music definitely has helped me. It has helped me. It has helped me. I would put it on right now, but um YouTube, they copyright and they will shut the whole video down. But y'all, I got a little Google Nest back there, and I be turning that thing on. I be listening to my praise and worship music, and I just been, Lord, I thank you, because to me, it's just something so beautiful about still clinging to the Father when you're sick, when you're on your sick bed, when you have nothing else to look forward to, when you can't think straight, you ain't got an appetite, you can't leave your house, you can't, like I tell my family members and stuff all the time, like those moments where, guess what, can't nobody come lay hands on you because you're contagious right now. Like, it just made me think about in the Bible where when people back in the day had something going on with them, they had to go around yelling, unclean, unclean. And it's like, I was joking with my husband, like, yo, we got to tell people we unclean. And I'm not laughing at COVID, y'all. But for one, because you want to care about others. And some people, you know, you got to be careful. You just got to be careful. My sister, they deliver groceries and something is bringing her cleaning supplies and more cook food. That's good that someone did that. So like I said, we had someone to come bring us water and orange juice, which my husband did it, because if I knew he was sending somebody over here, I would say, hey, can you pick up some more oranges? Because I'd rather have the orange than the orange juice. I mean, I guess he wanted the orange juice, but I'd rather have the orange. So, but the interesting thing right now, because I was sitting here thinking, like, is there someone that I could actually call and say, hey, I need something over here, can you come drop it off? But like I said, my situation is so delicate, y'all, because I literally stay down like a 2-mile path